Hello folks, welcome back to another review and thoughts on. This time, I'm checking out the sequel to The Blair Witch Project. Book of Shadows, but there's really no book. And, yeah, this is directed by Joe Berlinger. He also co-wrote it with Dick Beeble, or BB, whatever. Pretty much it's about this group of fans. They go to the original spot where the original Blair Witch movie was shot, and they want to see if it was real or, not. And this is not found footage, and I know the history of the studio, I guess, messing with this movie. Like, they butchered it to, like, the editing crap, but I don't know, like, I kind of like the movie. Something about, I don't know, like, I like the psychological aspects of this paranoia, this fandom of this legend of this movie. People go out to the spot where it was shot, and then they experience unexplainable stuff. But then, by the end, it was actually not what you think it was, I guess. Or it was, but not fully. That part I didn't, a lot of fans hate the original film, and then they make a sequel to that film, and they also hate this movie. But then, so, I don't know, like, this has a cult following, and I'm gonna be part of that cult, because I actually did like the film overall. I even like the ending revelation of what happened, because I did enjoy the mystery aspects of these people go out there. I mean, you have the Jeff guy, who's like the sellout guy who just wants to film and make money off of whatever merchandise the original Blair Witch had. And you have the Wiccan chick, Erica, the redhead. You have the psychic, hot gothic chick, Kim. Which was funny. I think her real name is Kim Director. So they named her character Kim, and so I wonder when she would answer. Did she ever answer like to the same name as, I guess? Like, are we still shooting, or are we on break? And then you have the two skeptics, Jeff and Tristan, who there's like a little subplot where early on, she's pregnant, which is weird, because then I swear she was like drinking and, partying, but okay. And then she wondered why she lost the baby, I guess. It's not funny, but you know what I mean. And I didn't understand how they can take her out. Like, that happens at one point, and then they take her to the hospital after surgery. And I think that same day, or maybe the next morning, they literally get her out of that hospital and then just drive back to Jeff's hideout place, home. And hold up there. And then weird stuff starts to happen. But yeah, this movie is more of a breakdown of, again, the craze of fandom of the original film. And the movie also splices in like random shots of people dying, of stabbings, and that. Of course, it explains later on what that is, but I don't think you really needed that, because it's not really acknowledged throughout the movie. Not even by the psychic chick. As if, like, we could maybe, like, I could sort of, I guess maybe say, she's seeing premonitions of what can happen, but no, that's not what the intended, that wasn't what was intended for the movie, so. But yeah, it was the studio coming in, and they, randomly spliced in shots of killings. But yeah, by the end, like, I also like the whole interrogation part of it, where you have Jeff, you have the psychic gothic hot chick, and then you have Jeff, or not Jeff, Steven. And I will say the acting is pretty good for the most part from everyone. I would say I probably liked Steven the most. His outbursts in scenes. I thought was funny. Because he's like really passionate about, you know, what happened in the tapes. You do get some bits of nudity in this, which, okay. Again, the editing could be. I would love a director's cut to this. I know, is there, if anybody is, you know, a huge fan of this film, is there a director's or a fan edit somewhere? Because this movie kind of needed it. Because I wonder if on DVD, if it has deleted scenes or extended scenes, if somebody can just like re-edit this movie and like take out some of the stuff that was not needed. That'd be great. But yeah, overall, I liked the film. Wasn't a bad film. Usually, I don't care for the whole, oh, it was all in, you know, not real or whatever, but maybe that's a spoiler. But overall, I like that twist. Because it's like, I guess it's meant to seem as they were all under the same delusion, I guess, or psychosis, or you know, mindset of what was going on. So yeah, if anybody's interested in requesting movie reviews, commentaries, reaction videos, PayPal description down below, or is in the description down below, the link. And yeah, overall, I like the film. I do think it's a good companion piece to the first film, because they do actually expand a little bit. I would say they expand a bit on the Blair Witch, you know, character or legend, because they do go into the backstory of stuff. So, and they do mention Heather Donna. Oh, they make a joke of her, but I wish the third film was what this film could have been, or was trying to be. But you know, which I already reviewed that 2016 one. So, if anybody's interested in my thoughts on that my in-depth thoughts on that, go to it. But yeah, thanks for listening. Take care, peace, and love.